Why Asia may just be winning the race for innovation. What? Aren't Americans the most productive workers in the world? Is that changing? We'll be talking to the president of a U.S.-based technical college and why he still thinks that the U.S. isn't getting it and why this could create a glaring opportunity if your eyes are on the ball. It's almost like that old tale, around the world in 80 days. You can go around 80 times. You probably won't get clarity on which part of the world is going to emerge from the crisis first. Who is going to be the first mover? Our next guest believes that Asia is going to emerge faster, stronger, better as America continues to be bogged down by doom and gloom. Dr. Hal Ravichet is president of Stevens Institute of Technology, a technical college based in the great state of New Jersey. He's in Asia to deals with tech companies this week and is with us from Seoul, South Korea today. Good doctor. Good morning to you. You like what you see in Asia. You're a smiling man. You're happy. You're glad there are parts of the world like us, huh?
Yes, I am. And I think we have to learn from the theme here that you've developed in Asia for the past 2 decades of innovation and manufacturing. The stimulus package has gaps, and it's going to be great for roads and highways and bridges and railroads, but it doesn't have a long-term strategy. And what's missing is the rebuilding of U.S. manufacturing. President Obama, with his extraordinary communication skills, needs to get on national television and say, we are going to establish a national strategy for manufacturing. And it's going to be comprehensive. It's going to be addressed at having innovation through universities and companies throughout every step of the manufacturing process. It's going to address a serious social infrastructure problem, K through 12 education. And the strength of K through 12 education is the strength of our workforce. And then it's going to tackle some tougher issues like Sarbanes-Oxley, where we're spending far too much money on compliance and product liability litigation, all of which have come together to create in the United States a perfect storm to undermine manufacturing.
Yours truly, and many would agree on the Sarbox issue, and I'm judging that you are not a doctor of jurisprudence, a lawyer by training, based on your the tone of your comments there. But in defense of America, doctor, what is wrong with America? Are not Americans still the most productive workers in the world? Do not the greatest innovations still come from America? Yes, Detroit's in a bit of trouble because they got a little bit engorged with themselves with legacy costs and that sort of thing, but that doesn't mean that America has rotted from head to tail, does it?
No, it does not. But we have to differentiate where we're innovative. Stem cells, nanotechnology. We have to go back to our universities and say, we need to address the fundamentals of manufacturing excellence. It may not be glamorous, but it's fundamental to our economy. So let's address that. Then our K through 12 system throughout the United States on whole is a disaster. There's a reason why we have the highest incarceration rate in the world. Not because we have bad people, they don't have the tools, the fundamental tools to get a good job. And then American CEOs initially started by outsourcing only commodity manufacturing and now the crown jewels. And that's wrong. We need to keep the crown jewels at home. Through innovation, we'll be able to pay $30 an hour with health care benefits and retirement. And if we have a comprehensive strategy, and now is the time to do it. Sadly, in the U.S., the percentage of our GDP in manufacturing is 12.7%, down almost to half from its high water mark after World War II. In Asia and Europe, it's above 20%. So we need to really wrestle with this. The service sector didn't replace those vital jobs.
Is ideology America's worst enemy? For a couple terms under President Bush, stem cells are not stem cells. We were having a circular debate that didn't seem to go anywhere. In the meantime, the South Koreans, who don't have as many hang-ups about what to do with stem cells, are able to actually clone for $50,000 a lost pet, something that has made some pet owners very, very happy. Is there an ideological divide here which is going to bury America?
Yes, and it's political. I mean, stem cells in Singapore is alive and well as in addition. But the divide that's going to hurt us, is hurting us, is that Republicans would say their ideology, leave it to the captains of industry and everything's going to be fine. Well, obviously we did that and it's not fine. The Democrats, on the other hand, will say, we're going to do social engineering. We're going to redistribute wealth. We need to create wealth. And it's not a bad term. It's not a dirty word, because we're going to create wealth for all Americans at the entry level of our economic platform as well as the highest level. We need to create wealth, not redistribute it.
America needs to welcome the world with open arms, too, at a time, if I'm not wrong, H-1B visas were getting harder and harder to come by. You've actually got some people, especially with the job market in America, they're the brains, they're the PhDs from India that have worked in the U.S. for some time, saying maybe it's time to go home. That's where the real future is. Do you fear a severe brain drain in the U.S.?
Well, that would be a pity, because we have to remember that American science and engineering was really infused with a lot of talent after the Second World War, post-Nazi Germany, when people came to the United States and really built extraordinary capabilities, which we're still feeling. Today it's from India and other parts of the world. So we need to keep that extraordinary talent at home in the United States. And we can, if President Obama announces a national strategy for manufacturing. Let's not just pursue stem cells and nanotechnology. Let's come to grips with the excellence in manufacturing.
Doctor, it's a long way from Hoboken, New Jersey to the Korean Peninsula. What exactly are you hoping to achieve on this trip? Trying to attract more students to New Jersey?
No, I'm privileged to work on the Global Cluster Strategic Planning Committee with Mayor Song of Pyeongtaek to build a technology promotion platform in that region with Stevens and other universities, so to create a high-tech workforce as the U.S. Forces are moving from Seoul to Pyeongtaek. And I'll be meeting with Mayor Song today at 3 p.m. here in Seoul.
Doctor, great talking to you. Have a great meeting, great rest of the week, and fly safely home. May God continue to bless America and the world.